Gaffer, can I ask your thoughts on today's game?
Yeah, interesting. I think we should have been certainly out of sight in the first half. We've had some great chances, played some great football. We always knew coming to Wigan was going to be tough in their circumstances, what they're going through at the moment, but we had to make sure we were professional and do our job. We certainly done that in the first half. The only thing that was missing was a couple of goals for certain. I've looked at some of the chances back. But yeah, look, it's one of them, isn't it? You come up against different teams, different personnel and different styles, and I thought our football up to the top end of the pitch, to the 6-yard box, was clinical today. It was just that last little bit in the 6-yard box and around the 18-yard box where we need to be a bit more ruthless, and we weren't. But, you know, it's a point on the road after, you know, tough few days of travelling up and down the country and so many miles. The circumstances, you know, missing 4 key players. So, pleased with the points, but I would have been more pleased, obviously, with 3 points.
I think their manager said that in press just a second ago that he thought they should have been 4 down at half time. We've had something like 19 shots, 10 corners. We've done everything but score the goals to win the game, haven't we? How frustrating is that for you?
It is frustrating, but it's nice in a nice way, because I know the lads are trying to get up there. The patterns of play we're working on, the game plan we're putting together for them, it's coming to fruition. The last little bit, as always, is the money bit, isn't it? Where you want someone to earn their money and put the ball in the back of the net. So yeah. And you know, credit where credit's due. We were the best team. You know, this club's just come from the Championship. Yeah, it's from different circumstances. Still got some Championship players in there, and we've come here and we've put on a show. What we haven't done is been clinical in front of goal. As you said, 19 shots. I think 4 of them were on target, which shows there should be more. And I know there's 7 or 8 that have been blocked. So sometimes I don't want to be too critical, because, you know, they're putting bodies on the line. But I just want that extra little bit of calmness in front of goal, where you can just guide the ball in instead of smashing everything. And we didn't have that little bit of guile today. But as I say, you know, when you lose one, you want to make sure you don't lose the next, and we've certainly done that.
How do we kind of develop that guile then? Because we've obviously dominated a lot of games this season, not really had the goals to show for it.
I think I'll have to get my boots back on, Dan, I think. No, it's having that calm composure. So Ryan's finish was calm composure. He knew what he was going to do straight away, and sometimes, you know, Danny's had a shot and he smashed it right to the player, and then Panucci, and then Dom had an half chance, and then Frank, and then Byron. You know, we've had Jeps in the first half. He only has to glance it in. Ryan's had a couple. So we get in the chance, we're getting in the areas to score goals, which is pleasing, and ultimately is, because that's what we want. But the last little bit is just being ruthless, and we'll just keep working on training in the training ground on things and where we put them in the areas, and it's about ripping that net apart. And, you know, I think all the best strikers up and down the country, from League 2 right the way to the Champions League, they're ruthless in it, and you've got to be.
So let's talk about the positives. You touched on it earlier, you know, bouncing back after the Lincoln game. I think it's still the case that we've not lost 2 back-to-back games in the league under your management. You must have been delighted with the way we started the game. Yeah,
again, Dan, I think, you know, we put the game plan to fruition for the lads. I said that to them in there. We do everything for them and make sure this is what we want you to do. If you do it, you can win the game of football. We should have won the game of football today. That's the most frustrating part. The positives is, you've seen the way we play. We can mix it up. We can go back to front early. We can get hold of the ball seconds. We work patterns of play, triangles, getting up the top end of the pitch. And, you know, I think in John Sheridan saying that we could have been 4 up at half time. We should have been. And that's a credit to our lads, a credit to doing the work we put on the training pitch and the analysis we do and behind the scenes. So there's loads of positives, mate. I just want to win every bloody game, and that's the problem. And my staff do, and the football club do, and the fans do. Unfortunately, we can't do that. But what we can guarantee is entertaining football, style of play, creating plenty of chances. You know, I wasn't sitting down, but I was off my feet a lot there, because I'm thinking, go on, put it in the net, and it weren't to be. But listen, it's getting there. One day we're going to give someone a good pumping, I think, and, you know, I don't know who that'll be, because the game's obviously all hard and tough. But what we're trying to do is we're trying to pick points up along the way, keep working hard, keep putting the plans in place for the lads to go and bring to fruition. And if you keep listening, keep learning, we'll be better. You made quite a few changes today. Was that a mixture of rotation, tactics, a bit of both? Yeah, and a bit forced upon us, obviously, with the circumstances. So I think, you know, I wanted Ryan Hardy and Jeps to start today, because they've looked fresh, and Frank's been excellent, but looks a little bit laboured, a little bit tired. I wanted to give him a little bit of a rest, and you know, young Timmy was excellent. in terms of what he done and what he give us. But again, I've told the lads, they're all Dom coming on the pitch. Everyone now have got to fight for a place. The midfield lot, you know, Reevesy's come in there today. You know, Joe Edwards was excellent, and you know they're the ones we need to rely on in terms of when we have, you know, missing. So Connor's still missing, Niall's still missing. You know, Scotty's missing now through isolation, and then we've had George Cooper who's missing now because one of his family members had tested positive, so he has to isolate. It's not ideal preparation, but you know, I'm putting lads in and they're giving us everything, and it's over to them now to keep the positions in the team.
So George is okay, he's just isolating out a procedure?
George is fine, along with Naz and Scotty, no symptoms, but the procedures are you have to isolate if a member of your family, and it was a sister that had the virus. Which again, you know, the rules are different, aren't they? And I know there's been some games called off today because coaching staff had it, but the players didn't. So I don't know the reason behind that. So I don't know. But yeah, what we're doing is we're making sure our integrity is spot on, and we're going about our business the right way. If we're missing 3 or 4 players, we'll crack on. We'll keep going.
One of those changes, Ryan Hardy got his first goal of the season. Classic Ryan Hardy finish. You must have been pleased for him. Yeah,
listen, I'm always pleased when we strikers score, especially, and that's why I want more from them. You know, because we work with them on a daily basis, and being a former striker, I want them to go and get 10, 15, 20 goals. I want them to really be ruthless and look in them charts come Christmas and January and February. Where are they? Are they on 10, 12, 13, 14? And have a little bit of an edge to you that I'm going to score 20 goals for my team, and you know, I'm wanting someone to do that. So listen, I'm always pleased when they score, and I'm pleased for Ryan to get his goal today. He possibly could have had 1 or 2 more maybe, but certainly the rest of them could have had a couple of goals also.
No rest for the wicked, back to it on Tuesday. How are the group faring up? Because it's been a pretty intense period.
Yeah, they'll be fine. They'll have a day off tomorrow, and then we'll get them in on Monday. And again, we can't do much, can we, because of the games coming thick and fast. But you know, it's a great opportunity for us again now. You know, Doncaster are going well under Darren Moore. What we've got to do is put a game plan together, and hopefully we can bring that to fruition.
Thanks, Gaffer. Cheers.